I'm going to show you how to load and run R. Part of this course in which you'll be running R in an HPC environment, taught by these HPC centers, and I'll focus on UPPMAX here, where we'll be using the RACAM HPC cluster. This session is about to find a software module to be able to run R. We're going to load that module. When R is loaded, we're going to run its interpreter. We're going to run an R command to get a list of installed R packages. And we're going to run an R script from the command line. This is how that module is structured. You see the numbers are the exercise numbers. So first we're going to find an R module using module spider. Exercise 2, we're going to load an R module using module load. In 3, we're going to use it, the R interpreter, by starting it, by stopping it, by loading a library. And we're going to run an R script too using R script. So how to find an R module is discussed on each of the cluster's centers, and there are some differences. But for UPPMAX we're going to use module spider R. This actually works exactly the same for all centers. Type module spider R and then you will find output similar like this, where you can see all the possible R versions. If you want to know how to load an R module of a specific version, then actually it's already in the output. It says you should, for a specific version, you do module spider R / and then the version you're interested in this case, this version. Yeah, so that's discussed here. Great, that looks a bit more like this. And then in this case it says this module can be loaded directly, which gives you a clear hint that it can be loaded directly. So when we found an R module, we need to load it. And that's you do module load R and then the version. For example, module load space R / 4.1.1, where 4.1.1 is the R version. And if you care about reproducibility, it's a good idea to use specific versions. Now we theoretically have loaded an R module and we can use R. It's time to use the R interpreter. R is an interpreted language, so the thing where you type in that's called the R interpreter. We're going to start it. We're going to do something trivial. We're going to see the list of installed R package. We're going to load an R package. We're going to import it or use it, and we're going to quit the interpreter. So to start it, you basically you type capital R on the command line, and then it will start. It looks like this, and then you can start typing. This is the prompt, and there you can type your things. So now we're going to do a trivial. So if we have started the interpreter, then it's time to do trivial R things. And the reason we only do lightweight things is that because we are on a login node. So after logging in, you're on a login node, and that remote computer, remotely accessed computer, is shared with many users. So we should not do heavy stuff, else others are affected. If we need to do heavy calculations, we can either submit the calculation as a batch job, which we'll do in a later session, or for UPPMAX we're going to use an interactive session, and that's also discussed later in this course. So after having loaded the R interpreter, and we did that on a login node, so you only do light things, then typing this command, this R command, it will give you the output, hello world. To find out which R packages are installed, we use installed.packages, round braces open, round braces close. And that gives you the list of everything that's installed on your computer. If you want to load an R package that's installed, for example ggplot2, you do library and between round braces the name of the R package. And with quit, you quit. It will give you a question. If you want to save your variables, you just type no until you know what's actually meant by this. Alright, so we've loaded a module, we've started R, but we can also run R from script. We can run an R script using the tool using the program called rscript. I'm going to do that. And you do that actually like this. On the terminal you type rscript and then the name of the script. For example, if the script is called hello.r, you type rscript space hello.r. Again, we're on the login node, so we only do lightweight things. Alright, so let's take a look at the exercise. Exercise 1, find an R module. Exercise 2, load an R module. Exercise 3, use the R interpreter. Exercise 4, run an R script. Exercise 5, download and extract a tarball with exercises. This is an extra one. I'll also discuss it. So these exercises completely follow what I have just been talking about. Now I'll be showing this for UPPMAX. So I'm gonna log in. I'll be using the terminal. SSH Richel at rackham.uppmax.uu.se. So I'll be using the terminal, but if you use a remote desktop, that's just as fine. Exercise 1. Use the module system to find which versions of R are provided. Well, I know that's module, spider, R, lowercase r, uppercase r. That works fine. But there are a lot of things that will pop up. So maybe we're gonna try with capital R. Let's see if it then pops up first. Yes, it pops up first then. And here we see which versions we have. Like with space and page up and page down, you can scroll a bit. So the latest R version, these are the R versions that are available on Rackham on the login node. Done. Let's see if the answer is correct. Yes, the answer is correct. Now we're going to load an R module, and for UPPMAX we're going to load 4.1.1. Sure. So 4.1.1, sure. So that's what we're going to load. R 4.1.1. This is how to get some help about this module. So just type it here for completeness. This module can be loaded directly, and you load it like this. There. So there and there I have loaded R of version 4.1.1. And the answer says exactly the same as expected. Alright, we'll be using the R interpreter now. So I'm going to start it. Let's do it. Let's capital R. And there we are in the interpreter. Here you see at the start, this is like the R version indeed. Cool. It's named Kick Things, this version. And there's some error here. I can safely ignore that. But I'm here in the R interpreter. Now I'm going to check which packages are installed. Double check the answer. Yeah. So to do that, you use installed packages. I'm just going to copy paste it. And here I see which R versions which R packages are installed. So there are a lot. And because of my big font, it's not as nice to see, but you can see what I have around. So let's see if we can find ggplot2 here, if it's installed, yes or no. Well, let's see if it's installed the other way. We're gonna load the parallel package by just doing library and parallel. Sure. Let's take a look if we can find parallel though. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Then it's simply library parallel. There. It doesn't give a response, but now the thing is loaded. Also, some people prefer to load it like this. That's exactly the same in happening. Done. We've loaded our R package. We need to quit the interpreter now. Now we're going to run an R script. To quit the interpreter, you can type quit like this, or you can type Ctrl D. I like to do quit. I do an N to quit, and there I'm out of it. So now we're going to run an R script. So we've loaded the modules, we've started the R interpreter, we've worked a bit in it, and now we're going to start an R script. Well, we're going to download it like this. So copy paste it there, and wget means download, and here is a file. And now I have downloaded the file called hello.r. I can show the file. There's a command you can use, for example cat, and it shows me what is in this file. So it's not a very exciting script we've just downloaded, but we can at least check if it runs. So we're going to use our script hello, and now we have run our very complex script. So we've done that. Let's double check if the answer is correct. Yes, this looks exactly the same. Now there is another exercise here to download and extract the tarball with exercises. So in this course there will be more exercise like this that we provide as teachers a script. So here we use wget to get this script, but you can get all them at the same time as described here. I've put this in an earlier video, so I'm not going to do that. Instead I'm going to move on to the key points. Is that we need, on an HPC performance cluster, we need to first find a module to run R. We've loaded a module to run R. We've used explicit versions of our modules, so used R version 4.1.1. We started the R interpreter. We've run R scripts using R script. Problems that we'll solve later in this course is that we can only do lightweight things because we are on a login node. We can only use the R packages installed with the R module. We didn't load a module yet to get more R packages for us. And we do not work in an isolated environment. So this means that maybe when we install a package, code breaks that we use in a different project that assumes different versions of the packages we have installed. Like all packages we install are for the whole system. With that, I conclude this lesson on loading and running R in an HPC environment, and in this case UPPMAX. I wish you a very good day. Bye.